I actually knew the address. I was just trying to find any other records that they might have had. And so a couple of our Romanian hosts were very generous in taking me to the Jewish Community Center. There is a Jewish Community Center in Cluj, although we found that out, and then we went to the one of the Jewish cemeteries in Cluj, which has fallen into disrepair and overgrowth, but we spent probably the better part of an hour searching for the grave plot of where my great-grandmother and possibly my great-grandfather as well were buried. And this involved getting down on hands and knees, taking brushes, trying to clean the dirt off gravestones and trying to find the number, because that's all there seemed to be. And we weren't able to find it. Down to where my grandparents lived, my grandmother Ehrlich and my grandfather Ehrlich. Corner apparently is the childhood home of my grandmother, which I'd heard her talk about while she was still living. And that seems to be abandoned now, assuming it's the right address, but I was able to photograph that as well. And so it seems to have been a very tight-knit family, a very tight-knit community back in the years around World War I and into the 1920s, where they lived, and worked in very close proximity to each other. And now it's the place where my grandparents lived and had a millinery store where my Aunt Martha was born is now a bar, which is fine, called the King Bar because it's right next to where the king was born of King Hungary. And very bustling, full of life. It's near the university, so lots of college students around and lots of tourists around. And it was a good experience.